With other moves, there are a lot of steps, a lot of little details to learn to lead up to doing that move. This one doesn't really have that. It really is just attempting it over and over and over again. So just like the front corkscrew, you have to lock the shin and the calf, so that's the same here. With a front corkscrew, you're doing this and locking. Same thing with a back corkscrew, except you're locking, starting going backwards. I'm moving the body like this to show that you're going to start moving the body in the direction you want to go. The only details are, as I'm going this way, I am going to raise this stationary heel a tiny bit. As I'm going this way, I'm going to raise this stationary flat foot heel a little bit. So I am mostly moving on the toe. So if I'm going this way and I'm walking this way, this flat foot in the middle is going to raise its heel a tiny bit in order to move this way. But I keep this shin and ankle locked. So the pivot point, the one that's on its toe that came back, I'm pivoting around. It basically stays still. I want to clarify, you're not going onto the dance plug. You are on your wheels. Another detail is that it's really helpful to get very low. So I'm really bending into it and I'm planting that center foot. Bending, planting. Planting the center point. The foot that's going to be the center point doesn't have much weight on it at all. Maybe 12% or something compared to this flat foot. Another thing that I found helpful that only came to me way after I'd been practicing it a lot was to put more of the thought of the weight into that front inside wheel. So the foot that's going down, think of accentuating this into the ground. So even at certain points, you see how this is up? I mean, that's too extreme, but that's how I was thinking of it because that kept me from getting tangled up. When I was trying to keep both wheels down, I would get tangled up a lot more. Like, I wouldn't be able to lock as easily. It also helped continue to remind me that that pivot point doesn't have a ton of weight on it. So there should be enough leeway where I can kind of push into the front on one side or another because this foot is just like a stopping point. So if you wanted to show how little weight you're putting in that pivot point, it could look like this. See? I just realized another one. On the opposite foot, this foot that's more of the weight, you can lean to the outside edge. That does help. You don't want to do it too much because then you can make a bigger circle. Once you start to get at least one rotation around or so, then adding the detail of starting to really face your body in the direction you want to go, your face in the direction you want to go. For me, that was harder at the beginning because it really would throw off my balance. So I kind of just stayed up and down for a while. I wasn't really looking where I was going because I was still concentrating on just staying upright and not getting tangled up and keeping these two things locked. Whereas eventually I could look where I was going. And that would get me around more. Also, I found it could help to put my arms up because that kept my head up. The first big step for me was just getting the guts to go from here to here and start turning because that part is the scariest. Step into it. And going. Main takeaways. Keep that shin and calf locked, stay low, and keep your head up or straight ahead, at least for the beginning. And then maybe in addition, don't try to use equal weight on those front two wheels. Maybe edge in a little bit on that front inside wheel. This one took a while, but you can do it. Just give it a lot of time. Let me know if you have any questions. Bye. I am too much on the back. That's way better. Keep that front flat. Lean forward. Just stay low in the front. You don't have to get on the toe. That's the scariest part. Keep this one down. It's not even a leg. It's just a pivot. This is the pivot point. So you're just getting it there and then you're pivoting up. That's it. Already seems like you're leaning really far forward, but